Fuck you and everything you stand for, bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Put your hands on me, bitch. Nigga, I'm from the street, fuck ass nigga. Nigga, I ain't touch you, bitch. Fuck you, nigga. Yeah, do it, man, do it. Yeah, do it, man, do it. Young Pimp C is really going down in the South. You know what I'm talking about? Some of these niggas, I don't never see these niggas in the street, man. You know what I'm saying? We be out in the open, man, because we ain't hiding, because we ain't fucked over nobody and stole nobody money, man. We ain't told on nobody to avoid them little 2 years they trying to give a nigga down there in TDC. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, guess what, man? And I just left the penitentiary, and man, the nigga with the little time was the nigga that was the punk down there, nigga. The nigga doing 25 and anything over 1 digit was staying up guys. The nigga with 2 years and 3 years was down there fucking them boys in the head, nigga. You know you is, nigga. Know what I'm talking about, old punk ass nigga. And while I'm talking about it, there's a whole bunch of you hoe ass rap niggas that's in the closet, nigga. Yeah, you in the closet, nigga. Know what I'm talking about? You a homosexual. Know what I'm talking about? I ain't got nothing against you, but nigga, don't be trying to poison the pussy population, nigga, with your old sick dick. Know
with your sick dick.
I'm talking about? Get your motherfucking ass up out the way, nigga. All you niggas wearing them old fake ass diamonds, get your bitch ass out the way, nigga. We watching you, bitch. Look here, nigga. A 300 ain't no Bentley, nigga. And an apartment ain't no highs, nigga. And a Geneva watch ain't no Rolex. Get your mind on your money. You know what I'm talking about? Young Pimp, fuck with it.
I started to say, well, I have heard people say that you mad because of the new generation is on a whole new movement. What do you have to say about that?
Who are the new rappers?
I guess like
Just
a
new
T.I.
rappers,
and a Jeezy and all the one-hit wonders out here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
They would say because
You think T.I. is a one-hit wonder?
No. We talking about like
the new
Okay,
artists.
but now look what you just said. Now you didn't mean that, but you said that behind that. Now if they would have printed that in a magazine, somebody would have said you called T.I. one-hit wonder. You see how it works?
Yeah.
Now you see how your words can get mixed up. Now you see how somebody can write something and then people take it the wrong way. Now do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's back up. Now the new rappers, who are they?
Well, since you were away and came out, there's T.I., there's Jeezy, there's Flip, and who else? Tell me names for their rappers.
I mean, the list goes
on.
on.
The list goes on.
Young Jock, Dro.
The list goes on, but they're saying that, you know, since you were a part of the old game, that you don't respect the newer rappers on the scene.
I could have swore I was on T.I.'s album explaining what the King of the South was, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was there. I just did a song with Young Jeezy called the Dickie song that didn't come out. And every time he called me to do something, I did it for free and never charged him no money. I could have swore that after Crime Mob took my freestyle off the Little Chicks mixtape and put it on their album, I didn't even sue them or do nothing to them. I could have sworn that every time I get in an interview, I'm taking up for these dudes when it's some New York dudes or some L.A. dudes trying to diss them. I mean, show me one place where I talk down on Young Jock. Show me one place where I talk down on these dudes in a way to say that they not supposed to be in this game, they not supposed to be getting money. My thing is this. I want us to continue getting money for the next 15 years instead of falling off and letting it go back to the west or to the east because we're not putting no social commentary into the records. And the truth be told is, look, hey, man, if you started being a gangbanger after your first or your second album, you a buster. And these kids out here listening to us and looking up to us because a lot of them don't have no father figure in their house. And every record you get on, you lying about some dope, talking about some squares. Man, guess what, man? Get off the boo-boo. Get off of it, man. Because if you're going to talk about some squares and talk about the drug game, you need to talk about the bad side of the drug game, too. What about when you get busted and you go to jail? What about when your mama and your wife and your kids is crying because they at home and you in prison in a cell? What about that part of the dope game? Everybody talking about how many cars and how many jewels they gonna buy and how many squares coming off. You know what I'm talking about? But ain't nobody talking about the other side of it. So if you're gonna talk about that, you gotta talk about both sides. And I'm gonna say it again. If you a cartoon character on your first album, you need to be a cartoon character on your last. Because the way we start is the way we gonna finish.
Can't do nothing but respect that,
You go
homeboy.
back to that ozone article and you read every statement I made in there, and if you find a place in there where I lied about somebody after you research it, y'all give me a call back and I clarify what I meant.
It is.
There it is, pimp.
Now guess what? Now let me say this, and I want it to be clear. I'm not apologizing for what I said. I'm clarifying what I meant by what I said.
Correct.
We
Okay.
all know Atlanta the South. We got to start acting like it's the South. And we got to start having some pride like it's the South. And let me say this, and y'all might not like this, because a lot of people don't like stuff. But ATL is considered to be the gay capital of the world right now. Y'all got clubs over there with boys standing in the parking lot kissing on the mouth. And you know, if you're gay and you're out of the closet, that's cool because everybody got their preference. But man, it's time to start cleaning up our own neighborhood because a dude from Texas shouldn't have to get on in no magazine to make you clean up your neighborhood. So if I really wanted to diss Atlanta, it was a bunch of things I could have said about a bunch of people, and I could have really, really dissed and hurt some feelings. Now, don't you know that?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Because I know who the gay rappers is. I know who let them models stick them dildos in them. And I know who did what, where, when, and why.
Wow.
Do you feel like expressing that right now?
Yeah,
Go ahead, no.
Say this again.
If you feel like saying it, go ahead.
Say this again. I'm proud of all the rappers in the South. I'm proud of everybody selling records in Atlanta. But everybody ain't my friend, and I don't like all y'all records. Now, if you want to diss me and get on with me, go on and do it. But the difference between me and them other dudes is this. You going to diss me, and I'm going to come see you, Jack. You going to diss them other dudes, and they going to play lip wrestle with you. So if you want it, man, come on with it. If you want it with me, come on with it. Leave Bun out of it, and we going to see in the end, because you going to smell my cologne in Simiyaki on some bar number 9, because I do not play.
That's the same clone I wear.
Tabernacle Sanctuary, because we keep God first in everything we do.
Hey, Pimp.
Yes, sir.
Do you mind expressing any of those rappers you was talking about?
Them sugar sausages.
Oh, man.
I want to know.
Them gay rappers you know about.
Nah, man, it's no need to embarrass nobody that ain't done nothing to us.
Yeah.
Respect.
But if you gay, man, and you ashamed of it, you need to stop doing stuff you're ashamed of. Anything done in the dark gonna come to the light. I ain't gotta expose them, because they exposing themselves every day and every night.
They sure are.
But see, you work at a radio station, and it's your job to ask me that question, and me being a real person is my job to know how to answer it, ain't
You
it?
already
Hey, what's
know.
up?
All right, pimp.
Okay, so if you gay and you rap and you ain't and you stand in the closet, then you need to come on out of the closet and let us know who you is. Because if you ain't proud of what you do, then don't do it. And if anything you're ashamed of, you shouldn't be doing it. You know who's getting caught in the Range Rover with the boy. You know what's going on in Atlanta, just like I know. You know who got caught in the Range Rover with the boy. Okay?
Nah, I don't really.
Oh, yeah,
Nice,
you know.
crazy.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
if I know you know, because you in Atlanta.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So let me say this. All the real street people in Atlanta and all the hardcore UGK fans, I hope I have clarified what I meant by that statement.
All right, that's all.
Anybody else that don't like me or still want to hate on me, come on with it.
I think
'Cause
all
I
in
bet you don't want it with me.
I think in all, your fans in Atlanta just still want to know that you love them. That's all.
Hey, man, guess what? I used to live in Atlanta. If I wasn't on parole, I would still live in Atlanta, and I still would have made them statements. And I'm coming back to Atlanta as soon as somebody booked me a ticket to come there and do a show.
We tried to get you to come last night.
I had a blowout in the rain and had to change the tire.
Be 100 with me. That's the only way we gonna make it. And from the beginning, it's always been we. It ain't never been.
And watch this, Bun. I'm gonna say this too. These niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay, and you need to get on some other shit. Me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never pulling no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting it paper. Know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, Bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they flip-floppy, they pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight-up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. Because, you know, it gonna come to the light. And, yeah, I want to put that out there, man. This man ain't never seen me naked. I ain't never seen him naked. We don't desire to do no shit like that. We ain't going out like that. And we were wild young teenagers. And when
we before that X, you know, that X,
Yeah.
a lot of that shit fucking with a lot of these boys' heads. I don't know. Maybe they're using X as an excuse to open them doors that they really want to open. You know what I'm saying?
Where's Wheelock?
But, you know.
Wheelock.
In a superior industry position, these white entrepreneurs installed a new leadership over hip-hop, and they began to promote a nefarious niggerization of rap music. It says KRS-One and Public Enemy, with the message that KRS-One and Public Enemy, they said we were reaching the masses of young black people. And then NWA, niggas with attitudes, would be paid off and put in a position where they would neutralize Public Enemy and brothers like KRS-One. And then came the gangster rap, thuggin', ballin', now pimpin'. Now the metrosexual is about to take over hip-hop. And your children, your nephew, your niece, and all the little ones, the shorties now, Tay-Tay, Riri, Man, and Twan and them, in the hood, gonna be wearing fucking skirts, watch. Man purses and this kind of shit. Seriously.
I just dropped this UGK mixtape. We was chopping it up, and then a week later, I got the news. It was fucked up. But what I do remember was that Pimp C was a character.
Oh my God!
Like
Jesus
Pimp C on record was Pimp C in real life.
Yeah.
Like that was the amazing part to me.
Yeah, he didn't hold nothing back. He didn't hold no punches.
Nah.
If he had something to say about somebody, he said it.
He told me some funny ass stories about some other rappers that I cannot say on camera. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, man, oh my God, man, him, that was like my brother. You know, Pimp C was at my house, you know, down the street from you, the day before he died.
Oh wow, yeah, because he was in LA.
Yeah,
it was in LA when
he came to LA for me. We did he came. I'm gonna tell you the whole story. When I first moved to LA in 06, he was locked up at the time. I think, but it was close to him getting out, I think. And I produced a single for him, the Players Anthem, with them and Outkast. Three Six Mafia was originally on it, but we was fresh off the Oscar, so Sony was tripping out giving them single rights for us, but we was on the album version. So they used Outkast for the single version. I know it was their first #1 song and their first platinum album, cause I got that plaque at home. Pimp C was returning the favor for me. He was like, man, you know, anything you need me on, let me know, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I want to put you on this new 3 6 Mafia album we was making. It was the last 3 6 Mafia album we made, the last to walk. And Pimp C was on that album. We had just recorded that song. We redid that song, Pocket Full of Stones, but we called Riding on the Chrome. And he did that song, and we was at my house in LA, and then he spent the night over my house. We stayed up till the next morning, and he took the garbage out for my son. My son, he was like, you little man, sit down and finish eating your breakfast. I do all this shit. Cause my son knew he had to take the garbage to the street every day. And we had a gate around the house, so he had to, open the gate and take it out there and close the gate. He knew that was his job every morning. And Pimp C did that for him. We hung out till about 11 o'clock. And then I got my guy to drive Pimp C in my car. I was like, man, I'm fucking about to pass out, man. And Pimp C was staying away in Hollywood. So my guy drove Pimp C in my car to his hotel, and then he came back. And he was like, Pimp C left this CD in your car. I was like, what is this? And it was like some unreleased songs. It was this dude named 17 that he was producing. This shit was hard as fuck. And I was trying to call him all that day so I could tell him I was gonna bring the CD by there, but I didn't get in touch with him. I couldn't get in touch with him. So next day, I know we had the same manager at that time. I was trying out this manager.
Rick Martin?
Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who introduced me to Pimp C, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying out Rick. We wasn't with Rick long. It was Rick and another guy we was with. And Rick called me like Sunday night or something. Pimp was over my house Friday night, Saturday morning. He called me like Sunday night or Monday morning or something. He like, I got something to tell you. And I was like, what? And he's like, let me make sure it's true, and I'm gonna call you back. I'm finna go to Pimp's hotel, but something happened. And I'm like, what happened? He like, they wouldn't tell me on the phone. They said they'd tell me in person see security when I get there. And he went in there and saw Pimp C body. Pimp C was still in there. He said Pimp C was like he was laying down like he was praying. And but it was blood all over the bed, like he threw it up. But they thought he had been shot in the head. You know, they didn't know what the hell happened because there was blood all over the bed. But he was kneeled down like he had been praying. And the candles had been burnt all the way down. So they knew he had probably been dead for like a day or something because he always lit these candles to help him sleep. Because I think he had sleep apnea. So he always lit these big, tall candles. And with that candle to be burnt all the way down, they were like, he must have been dead for a while. So that's what he had. That's what he called and told me. I was like, holy shit.
Niggas ain't had no motherfucking money till they put their first record out. Know what I'm talking about? Preach. If I wasn't rapping, I'd still be driving Mercedes. Know what I'm talking about? I'm a product of the game. I'm y'all, man. So if I can make it, I know y'all can make it. Know what I'm talking about? Y'all little fake ass niggas. That's right. All you know fake ass drug dealers. Shit. Say, man, I snorted more cocaine in the 90s than these niggas ever sold in the motherfucking game, man. These niggas are low-ass shit. Yeah, straight up. Man, oh Lord. Pussy ass niggas talking about making mixtapes. Now so pussy ass making songs about niggas. But when a nigga really wanna kill you, you know what I'm saying, nigga? When a nigga really wanna kill you, they ride right up on the side of your motherfucking ass and blast your motherfucking ass. Shit. So all these old pussy ass niggas talking about they wanna kill 50 Cent. Bitch, you don't wanna do nothing no 50 Cent, bitch. You just wanna make some motherfucking records. But you pussy ass niggas don't wanna give up them cars and them houses that they living in. You know, fake ass rap niggas, that's what I'm talking about, man. I go out to Houston riding business by myself, and the only nigga I see in the street is Slim Thug. I see in the street by himself without no bodyguard. Them pussy ass niggas don't come out the house. Amen. And since we had it, yeah, Atlanta is the South, but it's the new San Francisco, because them niggas gay in a motherfucker. And if the bitch ass nigga play with me, I'm gonna put up his motherfucking skirt and expose his clitoris. Let's go.
Yo, Black Balloon, man, I'm back with the Falcons jacket on today. Too bad we lost by a missed field goal. But at the end of the day, hey, we kind of need to lose anyway so we can get a good draft pick next season. But anyway, completely off topic. Look, man, I'm back. That was just Pimp C, the legend himself. Yeah, that was a request, you know, somebody asked me to do a video on Pimp C, and boom, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, you know, that's actually one I didn't even have on my calendar as far as, you know, just exposing the industry and rappers who exposed the industry or who attempted to and ended up, you know, suffering the consequences for doing so, you know. So as you know, Pimp C died at 33 years old in LA. Basically on a trip, you know, to do music, record with DJ Paul, as you saw in that Vlad TV, which I'm hoping I don't get any kind of damn strike for using. I don't know if Vlad be like copywriting his shit or not for YouTube. I don't know. Hopefully that don't happen. We're gonna find out though. But yeah, as you can see, it was 33 killed in LA. I found it to be very suspicious. Just like I said in that one video, I was like, yo, every time they get killed or, you know, they found dead in an apartment or in a hotel in LA, it's a fucking sacrifice. And like, this is just another one. You know what I'm saying? Although this happened over 10 years ago, but still it's the same MO. You know what I'm saying? It's the same MO they use every single time. 33 is a huge number. There's countless amounts of celebrities that were basically sacrificed, you know, or killed off at 33 years old. The most recent being Nipsey Hussle. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's the biggest celebrity that was recently killed at the age of 33. If there was another one, y'all be sure to let me know in the comments. But I think he was the biggest one recently. So that, you know, obviously is a tell sign in itself. And that whole DJ Paul like interview, it kind of just struck me to be a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Just at the fact that he's like a known damn, you know, devil worshiper, you know, Luciferian dude. You know, him and his brother, I think, or somebody, you know, they known to have been worshiping that shit a long time ago. So he's very familiar with the occult and the way, you know, just the industry operates. And he clearly showed no emotion. He was at the end of the video, he was like, oh shit, he told me he was dead. I was like, oh damn. You know what I'm saying? Like he expected that shit to happen or something. Or either that was, you know, his last day in LA, or him being invited out there was probably a setup. You know, it was probably, you know, the setup to sacrifice him. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like a fucking ritual. Like they might have did a ritual with his body and a bunch of fucking blood. Like who knows? You know what I'm saying? Because the way he described it as like it being a bunch of blood all over the bed, it's like, all right, clearly he didn't throw that shit up. I don't think off of sleep apnea you end up throwing up a bunch of blood, you know, after like basically being perfectly healthy. You got sleep apnea, you know, but mostly from what I know, Pimp C was, you know, pretty healthy from what I know. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know more, you know, be sure to leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? About his health. But yeah, I can't think of nothing else that he had, you know what I'm saying? So obviously throughout the video, he exposed a lot of shit that went down in the industry. Just a lot of gay shit, you know, them mostly his problem with it was people who were pretending to be straight, you know what I'm saying? Pitching and catching, you know what I'm saying? The ones that's crossing both lines but ain't sticking to the side that they truly is, and not really letting motherfuckers know what's really going on. You out here, you know what I'm saying, front flogging, you know what I'm saying, you doing all kind of shit, but you not really letting it be known that you rock and you a switch hitter. You hit the other side, you know what I'm saying, or you hit the same side, you know, let me reword that. You know what I'm saying? So that was clearly, you know, from watching all the stuff with Pimp C, you could tell that was his issue. It wasn't really just disrespecting the fact that you are gay. It's more on the fact of you being in the closet and acting like you a, you know, as he said, a straight up G. You acting like you a straight up G when really you a switch hitter. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I understand that, you know, because like you said, if you ain't gonna be proud of what you're doing, then you shouldn't be doing it, clearly, because in our nature we know what's right, what's wrong. We know what makes us feel like, you know, at the end of the day we feel complete being and doing what the fuck we was just doing that entire day. You feel me? So that was the point that I kind of took from you know, just the whole Pimp C just exposing the industry, and he exposed a lot more as well. He exposed how album works, how just music in a whole has just become so redundant and dumbed down that, you know, he just discussed the label process and a bunch of interviews, you know, but I just wanted to keep the video kind of targeted on him exposing kind of like the secret, you know, zesty gay agenda in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't attack my city like that. I know he talked about Atlanta a lot. You know, obviously a lot of stuff goes on here. A lot of the artists are gay, and they don't tell you. They won't tell their fans, you know, and that's true. You do got a whole little block downtown that's damn near dedicated to you being, you know, you being whatever you are. You know what I'm saying? It's a few of them. It's a few blocks. You feel me? You know, but it is what it is, you know, so, you know how it is with folks in Atlanta. Folks love to, you know, when you see ATL, you might as well pick gay up under it, because that's all motherfuckers be talking about. But, you know, don't go crazy on me, you know what I'm saying? Let's just focus on the topic at hand with Pimp C. And Pimp C being the guy, the original guy that he was, you know what I'm saying? Forget Bun B, because when when him and Bun B was sitting down being interviewed by whoever they was being interviewed by, you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Tupac and Snoop Dogg. I think that was the MTV Awards interview or some shit like that. When it was that old interview with Tupac and Snoop, and Tupac was sitting there talking a bunch of crazy shit, exposing shit about the East versus West Coast beef and shit, and Snoop was sitting there like, you know, like every time Tupac said some shit, Snoop in his mind, he just gave that body language of like, bro, I ain't a part of this nigga. He tripping. He saying shit. I'm not a part of this shit. I'm basically a bitch. I'm scared of what he's saying. This nigga talks too much. That's how Bun B kind of looked when Pimp C was saying all that shit about niggas in the industry. Bun B looked like he ain't even want him to really be saying all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never really gravitated toward Bun B anyway. You could kind of just tell he was one of them motherfuckers. It's like everybody choose their side. Pimp C chose to expose shit and, you know, stay away from the fakeness and try to, you know, basically make the entire rap community a community, you know, one that moves together. And you could tell Bun B was one of the motherfuckers that just took shit and just did what he had to do to further himself and keep his shit going. He was never going to speak on none of the real shit that go on in the industry because he ain't really just like that. You could tell he ain't really just built like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. You could just see it. You know what I'm saying? That's why Bun B was who he was and Pimp C is who he was. You feel what I'm saying? So you could tell long before Pimp C became that, they had already chose the side that they was going, even though they was rocking with each other, whatever, and doing music. And some people even say, I think it's the artist that they had up under them, the dude 17 or something like that, even say that Bun B didn't put nothing on his books when he was in jail, a bunch of shit, and say that, you know, he really ain't even fuck with Pimp C like that. And Slick, just off of the energy and his demeanor in that interview, you could kind of tell. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least I can. You know, so I can see through the shit when a motherfucker just sitting there and somebody else, you know, on some real shit, like just breaking some real shit down. He got no filter. He don't give a fuck about what he's saying. And the other motherfucker just quiet, just sitting there agreeing. He the motherfucker to be there to agree. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of act like he feel that way when he really don't. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, in LA, Sacrifice, 33, young as hell. Who knows what would have been of Pimp C or you know, the changes that could have been made in the game or whatever with a dude like Pimp C around. You know what I'm saying? Although he did whatever he did before he became the person he became as far as exposing shit, but at least he actually had the guts to, you know, go and do that shit. Not many people did it on the level he did it, and then was kind of like respected with it as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, that was the Pimp C video. You know, y'all know we're gonna keep these videos coming, coming in a row. You feel me? Any more suggestions y'all got? Y'all already know y'all welcome to leave them in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Drop the comments down on what y'all think about the video, Pimp C, any other little, you know, whatever y'all got around the whole Pimp C thing, man. Y'all be sure to let me know. Black Balloon.